Hi all, welcome back to YouTube channel. Let's start rebuilding work using Uipath. In today's session, we are going to discuss about debug activities. So first of all, what mean by debug? So debug activities, these activities will be helpful for comment of print some values in output panel, so logging and used to indicate the sensitivity or level of importance of a data. So these are the activities which we are going to discuss in about today's session. So let me quickly jump back to the UiPath Studio and start our session. So I have opened already a process which is named as debug activities. Let me go to the activity panel. So already I have typed which is debug. So these are the activities which we are going to discuss on today's session. So our today's first activity is comments. So what mean by comments? So this comments will help you to understand what are the action has been taken care on the top of the flow or below of the flow. So if you are going to drag and do some activities or so do some manipulation, you can make a note in comments itself that the below like logics has been taken. Likewise, you can make an indication over here. Okay, let's assume, let me do something like in this workflow, we are going to discuss about debug panels. So I have typed something. Okay, so what actually, if someone new to our forum, what I will be thinking, so this command will help to understand them that this particular workflow will have only the debug activities. Okay, likewise, command has been used to indicate what has been used through the workflow. So let me go to the next, which is WriteLine. So what mean by WriteLine? So WriteLine, which is basically used to print our output. Okay, so which is in Studio. So welcome to UiPath. So what actually it will be? So I hope each and every will be familiar with this WriteLine now. So this WriteLine will help you to print this message to the output. Correct? So let me save this and let me run this. So once you are done, so what are you doing? So this particular write line will taken care, and so it will be printed in the output panel of our studio, right? So see, you can see, like it has been printed. So welcome to UiPath has been printed now. So likewise, write line is used to, it's specifically used to print the output in a studio. So what are the add logs? So add log is basically used to add the logs and stored which is in log file. So why this has been used? So this add logs will be used when you are like done your code and if it is moved to the production level. So during this phase, this add log feature will be very much useful. So let me make it clear like why it has been very much useful and it has been used. To make it simple, so let me try to open a log file. Okay, so let me log file. Control plus L will help you to go to the log file. Okay, so this particular folder which have each and every log files. Okay, so on every day totally 5 files will be generated. Okay, so execution which states what are the like actions, what are the things are executing in the studio, those will be recorded in the execution. So in UiPath Studio.project will have the each and every packages, what are the packages has been used in the UiPath Studio in your workflow. So those will be mentioned in this particular UiPath Studio project. Okay, so you can see something called UiPath Launcher XX. So those are packages which can be seen here. And analyzer and debug server. So these two be used for tracking the errors. You can see over here like errors. So these two mainly is used to track the errors. And so in today we are going to concentrate only on the execution. So execution, as said before, execution which help you to understand what are the things we are executing in a studio. So those things will be recorded over here. Okay, so here you can see something which we have executed. Welcome to UiPath. So this thing is recorded, right? So now you will be confusing so if you are doing something in right line, so this will be recorded. So why we need to use the add logs? In your development scenarios, you will be not used each and every time right lines. Okay, that will be not in a professional way. Okay, so let's assume. Okay, so let me do a quick example to understand it very clear. Let me drag a assign activity. Okay, let me drag an assign activity. Let me create a variable, control key, str name. Okay, I guess you will be familiar with the assign activity as well now. Let me name it as wiki. Okay, click on OK. So let me run this. So and then help you to understand whether this particular variable has been tracked or not. Okay. So let me save this and let me run this. So once it is got run, so we can go to the log. Mm, I guess it started running, so it got run now. So let me go here. Let's make a refresh. Go to this execution. So in execution, what actually you have assigned? Sorry, what you have assigned? Value which is called as wiki, right? So go here and search for wiki. Wiki is not there. Wiki is not there. See, this particular variable value is not stored over here. So why? So in those scenarios only we are going to use our add logs. Okay. So add logs will help you to add this particular variable value intentionally to the log files. Okay. So let me start you. I guess we have already. What is this? Okay, log files. So what you can do? So just click on this collections. Okay. So just click on this collection and name this particular variable which is name, right? So this is a name only, right? So in what variable this particular value has been stored? Str name. Okay, this is the variable. So what actually I have done, so like I have made an assign activity and I have ran manually. So and I have checked whether these particular things are lagged or not. So it was not logged, so I have added a add logs. Just click on collections. So I have made a name. Okay, so which need to be mentioned in the logs, which is name and then value. Okay, so how it will be shown in logs? Let me quickly run this and check. Debug. Go to the logs, wait for some times to get it run. It's still running. Okay, perfect. It got run now. Let me refresh. Let me go here. Now we can check for the name of wiki. So go here, just click here, then Control F. Right? So you can find something called as name equal to wiki. So what has been happened? So it has been logged, right? So in this scenario, so like we are directly assigning something. Okay. So let's assume the scenario. So during the runtime, so you are like scrapping some values from the web. Okay, you are scrapping some values on the web, and you are making and you are assigning that particular value to the variable. Okay. Sometimes it will scrap the exact like so let's assume we are using a screen scrapping and we are scrapping this particular reboot your work. Okay, sometimes bot will scrap this value. Okay, sometimes due to some performance issues or like browser issues it may not capture the value. During those time you will be end up with the error. Okay, so in those phase you will be not able to identify what was the issue and where the issue has been happened. Okay, so if you added the logs, then you can go ahead and check for this reboot your work in your log files. If that is not stored, then you can directly assume that the bot has not captured this thing from the web page. Due to that error has been happened. Likewise, the log file will be easily helpful to understand and find out what are the error has been occurred and why has the error has been occurred. Okay, so the same wise remove logs has been. So if the logs is not needed, you can directly give this remove logs. So if this particular thing has been no need to be logged. Okay, you can directly click on this and then which thing need to be not logged? str name, right? So which are given above str name. So you can directly give that. Okay, it's very simple, very and straightforward. So I guess you will be very clear about now add logs and like remove logs. So let's jump to the next one, which is comment out. So why the comment out? So let's assume, so these are the activities which I have used now. Okay, so you can just make click on this particular activity or make comment D. Okay, so this will make the comment out of this particular activity, control plus D. Okay, so control plus E will enable this activity. So I no need to make a control D on each and every activity. Then drag this comment out activity, then click this particular activity, make click on control, click click and then control X. Okay, then make control V, which help you to comment out the activities entirely. Okay. So likewise, comment out is basically used to disable the code which is not going to be used in your forum now. Okay. So what are the next activity, which is log message? So what are the log message has been used? So the log message help you to identify the data which you are processing and the sensitive level of sensitive. So for an example, so we can like very simple. Uh, so like the same example. So we can make a if condition like as an activity. Uh, so let's assume this particular value has been scrapped from the web. Okay, from the web. Okay. So this is not a direct assigned value. This is this value wiki which has been scrapped from the web. Okay. So so what I will think. So str name equal to. Okay, so what I was going to do, so I was going to check, okay, this particular name value is equal to this particular name, okay, which means if it is wiki, okay, the same name, okay, then I was going to lock this as, then I was going to lock this as info. Uh, bot has scrapped the value, bot have scrapped the value correctly. Okay, let's assume here. So you can use warning or wrong. So okay, wrongly. Okay, so so if you are running the script, so this log message, so we'll give an info now. So let me run this now quickly. Okay, so you can test in both the scenarios. So it is running now. So let me go to the output panel. I guess we can see here, right? So we can see here that bot has been scrapped the value correctly. Okay, let me make this intentionally wrong. Okay, instead of wiki, so if the str name, the scrapped name value is equal to wiki. Okay, so let me make it wrong manually. Just run this as well. Okay, so you can see a red line over here now. Mm, right, so see now this thing has been indicated in the red line. I guess you will be able to see, right? So likewise, the information can be classified. Okay, so if it is a trace, so general like a trace, you can trace an info. So those, these are like level of status and date, like level of sensitivity. You can indicate which year we needed. Okay, so this particular log activity will play a vital role when you are like connected your script with the orchestrator. So when you have published your script with the orchestrator, so in those scenarios when it is started running, so this log will play a vital role to indicate like where has been error has been occurred. So it will help you to track each and every status with the help of log. You can check in the orchestrator, which is there is a separate session which is called as logs. So we can check those things when you come to orchestrator. So as of now, these are the level of like sensitivity of data, so which can be indicated over here. So I guess you can see the what is the difference between the info and one. Likewise, each every status has its own identity. Okay, so what is report status? Okay, so what are the report status? So you can see here report status, the status that you want to send to the UiPath assistant during the execution. Okay, so during the execution of the flow, so if something need to be noted to your assistant in those scenarios, you can go here and directly use this activity. So let me try for debug. Let me drag and drop. Let me comment out this. Let me drop these two things in a comment out. Okay, so something which need to be noted to your like assistant. Sorry. So download something. Okay. This will take only the input parameter as string. So you can see here, this will take only input parameter as string. So this particular status will be helpful to indicate to your assistant. So that's this will be not more familiarly will be used in your our project. So the activity, couple of activity which were discussed on above, this will be used very peculiarly in your project. So apart from this, so report status, so it is a very totally very specific activity which will be used very rare on your projects. Let me quickly run this one. It got ran now, so you cannot see any logs. Why? So as I said before, this will be used to send the status to the assistant only. Okay, this particular note will be sent to the assistant. Okay, so you're not need to be worried about this particular activity. So the apart from this, the above activities plays a vital role in your projects. So just go through and just play with this activity. Hope it will be so helpful for you. And one more thing I need to note over here. So we have a separate. So in our YouTube channel, so we have listed all the videos over here. So you can you can just directly go there and then check for those. So which you are looking for, like investing manipulations or you explorer, you can directly go there and you can check out. So otherwise we have categorized those things as a playlist, so you can directly pull the particular playlist which are lagging or which are needed, so and you can go ahead and you can watch it out. Okay, so hope our session will be so helpful for us. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Happy learning.